The John Peace Library, UTSA's largest research-oriented building, has been the site of a recent haunting. The Paranormal Tracking Association has been tasked with finding the source of the disturbances and appeasing them.
Alright guys, this week will be different than the downtown incident. From now on, try not to channel a spirit before we know the name first. I don't want another member getting into a coma.
Agreed. What's on the agenda for this week?
Yes, I received a phone call from Professor Gifford of the writing department. Apparently there's been some occurrences going on at the JPL.
Hauntings in the JPL?
I don't know the specifics of that, but what I think I should do first is I'm going to go ahead and interview Professor Gifford tomorrow at 11 after class. And then we will start another meeting and see what he says and then base our investigations off of that.
Okay, that sounds good.
So going back to the phone call that you sent me last Tuesday.
Sure.
Regarding the potential hauntings at the JPL, can you give me some more details or information regarding that?
Yeah, absolutely. All I know is that there are some noises coming from the third floor of the JPL. Some of the students are finding books, I don't know a better way to put this, floating maybe, but I'm kind of skeptical about that point.
Okay, so like around the bookshelves, around those areas, the third floor?
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not sure what it could be. You know what? Have you heard of a student named Clarissa Hebner?
The name doesn't ring a bell. What year is she?
Well, she's no longer with us. She's actually dead. She died almost 2 decades ago.
Okay. Well, what significance does that information pertain to this current situation?
It's actually the manner in how she died and what she was carrying with her.
Carrying?
Yeah, the story goes kind of like this. So Clarissa Hebner was a junior, and at the time she was researching her, I think it was a cultural anthropology class. Before heading out to the JPL at night, she had a 4-hour workout session at the rec center. When she was coming back down the stairs, the third floor, she had a heart attack, fell off the railing, and severed her spine. The fall also broke her neck and effectively divided her skull from the rest of her body.
That's terrible. Do we know the cause of her death?
We think we do. The coroner and autopsy reports tell us that she suffered a myocardial infarction.
Right.
This was attributed to severe tachycardia, which led to her having a deceased blood flow and excessive heart rate. Ultimately, they think this is what caused her death.
You said she was carrying a particular item?
Yeah, it was actually a book. I mean, go figure. But the book was appropriate because she was studying for her anthropology class.
What was the title of the book?
Cults by Solomon Reinhardt.
I think we solved the mystery.
What do you think's happening?
Well, in the Paranormal Tracking Association, we refer to these hauntings as spectral disruptions, and that's based on the officially recognized plague and sank meter.
Okay.
So what I'm seeing is that this spectral disruption is about a level 3 on the plague and sank meter.
Okay, so that makes sense now. So the disruption may be caused by a spirit.
Right. So my team will go and investigate the third floor of the JPL.
No, don't. It may be too dangerous. I don't want the death of another student on the faculty's hands.
Well, in order to appease the spirit, we might just have to.
Semester fundraiser. I'm so ready for a fundraiser.
Hey guys, this is Sam. She's a regular at the JPL, and she volunteered to have us interview her.
Okay. Hi, Sam.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, so you've heard the stories, right?
No, I haven't heard any stories.
Someone want to explain to her? Connie?
Well, several years ago, a girl fell down the stairs in the JPL.
Wait, she fell down the stairs?
Yeah.
Like, all the way downstairs? Like,
the
she fell
entire
down the stairs
staircase and died.
Yeah.
And died? How long ago was this?
Could be I believe it's a few years back.
Okay. So, what does that mean? Like, why?
Have you heard any strange noises at the JPL?
Actually, yeah, I have.
Around night or so?
Yeah, I'm down here studying, like, all the time, so.
Do you think there's a spirit or something of
yeah,
that sort?
actually, yeah.
So you think the JPL's haunted itself?
Yeah, that could totally explain it all the noises I ever hear.
Okay. That's all I need.
Well, I think that we might need to investigate this just a little bit more to be sure.
Yeah, or ask more people, right?
Well, we could ask more people, but, you know, why don't we do both?
Okay.
Okay. Works for me.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So, have you heard of the rumors about the JPL?
Yeah.
So, Have you heard any unexplainable noises lately?
Just late at night.
Huh. So you think it's haunted?
Could be.
So are you familiar with the hauntings of the JPL story?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and have you heard any unexplainable noises lately?
Yes, usually at night.
Okay, and so you think the JPL's haunted?
Yes,
That what you're telling me?
definitely.
And she died. So are you familiar with anything like that?
Oh, I've heard of that before.
Okay.
The dead girl down the stairs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have you heard any unexplainable sounds at night at the JPL?
Yeah, sometimes I hear like wrestling and stuff, and I hear like people like making ghost noises.
Okay.
But I do hear like a lot of things. I've been prescribed medication for that, so
So
could
you
just
think
be me.
you think it's haunted, right?
It could be that. It could just be pretty messed up.
Listening to my team but taking into consideration the warning of Professor Gifford, I requested them to stay at home and conduct more research while Cardinal Mercutio and I performed the investigation of the bookshelf.
Oh, Cardinal Mercutio, how are you, sir?
Demented.
I don't know what you want me to do, sir.
Sit down.
Yes, sir. So, Cardinal, the reason I brought you out here was to get you some more professional expertise on the matter, considering the spirit that's inhabiting the JPL as of now.
Yes.
What I know so far is that there's a girl named Clarissa Hubner that is tied to the subject, and she's been dead for about 2 decades so far.
Hubner.
Name rings a bell?
I have heard this name in my dreams before.
Really? Okay. Well, to continue on to the story, Clarissa Hubner, a junior at the time, was researching a book of cults for her cultural anthropology class. And prior to her going to the JPL to research the cults book, she did a workout session at the JPL, very rigorous, without any food or water in between, before, or even after
I've done
that.
this before.
Okay.
Yes.
Any adverse side effects?
No. I'm a demonologist.
Oh, right, of course. So they attributed her death to severe tachycardia. So she fainted, jumped over the balcony, and just died on the spot because of the height, of course. And so far, as death reports show for college students, because they bring these out every year, no student has died at that exact area at that exact time that Clarissa Hubner has. So, which gives me reason to believe that she is the vengeful spirit that's causing all the hostile nature towards the students going towards that particular part, and those bookshelves to where the cult book is. Which also brings me to believe that the cult book is the reason for the cause of the spirit. And it's because of this, in the Paranormal Tracking Association, we refer to hauntings as spectral disruptions, and that's based on the officially recognized,
Of course, yes.
right, the plague and sank meter, and
Very
which
familiar with this.
it gives me reason to believe that her death and what caused her to be reanimated as a vengeful spirit was caused by the cult book, and I believe that to be a level 3 on the plague and sank meter. But I'm not sure if it'll go any higher than that. I just wanted to know what your expertise is on the matter.
Well, what we have here right now is, all right, girl dying,
Right.
studying about cults.
Exactly.
We have students saying that they're hearing noises now,
Exactly.
and the death was very horrific and very, very shocking to the campus.
Also, if you want to add to the haunting, students report floating books around the bookshelves.
Really? It sounds like to me, well, there's absolutely no reason to believe that this isn't a spirit haunting the library.
Okay.
And if we are to figure anything, if we are to investigate, we need to go directly to the source on the 3rd floor of the library.
So, do you want to accompany me to the 3rd floor and find out where that cult book is and see if you can analyze it?
That's what's going to have to happen. If you are going to investigate this, you will not, alone, you will not be successful. Your mind doesn't have the knowledge I know, an accredited demonologist from the Church of Priory. I'm going to have to accompany you on this investigation.
Okay.
Otherwise, you will not find anything.
Okay. But all the aspects that we have so far severe tachycardia, the cult book, her dying,
Yes.
at the stairs, do you think it's enough to attribute Clarissa Huebner to the cult book, to the vengeful spirit, all in one person?
Of course I do. I have gelled hair.
Oh, of course, of course. What is it, Cardinal?
Oh no, sorry. Cease. This is good. Gandhi. Found the book.
What is it, Cardinal?
The book.
You found it this way?
It fell.
It fell. Did you drop it?
No.
What did you sense from it?
It was Huebner.
We need money because we know.
We
Sometimes.
knew equipment.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so after doing everything that we needed to do, I think we can finally just start pinpointing everything that will lead us to who the ghost really is. So far, whatever Professor Gifford has told me, we're dealing with the spirit, so that's going to be the middle.
Yeah.
Also, what Professor Gifford told me about the story of Clarissa Huebner, I think we can link that somehow. So what do we know about Clarissa Huebner? We know that she died at the JPL stairs.
Yeah.
She had a book in her hand.
She also had the book in her
Oh,
hand.
yeah, that's true.
And as far as I know, Professor Gifford told me that the coroner investigation, she died from severe tachycardia, and severe tachycardia is just basically saying really extremely high levels of elevated blood pressure. So that will just cause her to have deoxygenated blood, which would cause her to cease from breathing, so that's what caused her to faint and eventually die. So we know that she died from this at the JPL stairs. We know that she was carrying a book, and we know this is all linked to Clarissa Huebner, so
It all makes sense.
it's starting to make sense. So what do we know about the spirit? We know that it's extremely hostile.
Yeah, she said her or something.
Yeah, what instances do we know about her being hostile? Like, what did we investigate when we went to the shelf?
Oh, the book was falling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, the book drops.
What's the name of the book?
Cults. So, we know exactly why she dropped this one. Because Clarissa Huebner was a big fanatic of cults. So, if we were to link Clarissa Huebner with the spirit, they're one and the same person. So I think we found our ghost.
That's about right.